Pain takes many forms: emotional, mental, spiritual, and yes, physical pain. And we all experience one or all of these expressions of pain at some point during our life. But what if you were named for this condition? Like, hello, my name is pain. Jabez was this dude, named for the pain he caused his mom during childbirth. His name literally means pain or distress. Like, wow, Mom, thanks for labeling me. In 1 Chronicles 4, 9, and 10, we are interrupted from enjoying the seemingly endless lineage of the tribe of Judah with a quick glimpse into this dude named Pain. You have to wonder what his childhood must have been like. No doubt he was bullied with the name Pain. Jabez, you're such a pain. You're such a distress. I can hear the kids and others in his life's path as they shout many more insults his way. Jabez could have responded and become bitter, which could have resulted in causing more pain to all those around him. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. But we do know this. And Jabez called on the God of Israel, saying, "Oh, that you would bless me indeed, and enlarge my territory, that your hand would be with me, and that you would keep me from evil, that I may not cause pain." So God granted him what he requested. And that's 1 Chronicles 4:10 out of the New King James Version. A prayer for blessings, influence, provision, and protection that ends with, "Let me not cause pain." The New Living Translation says, "Keep me from all trouble and pain." A man named for pain knows a thing or two about pain, and most likely every form of pain imaginable. But at the end of verse 10, we're told, so God granted him what he requested. How long did Jabez live with this pain or fear of inflicting pain on others? How many times had he uttered this prayer before God answered? We don't know. But what we do know is that God granted him his request. And from that moment, he experienced no more pain. He caused no more pain. Because the Bible says, so God granted him what he requested. When we experience pain, we go to an expert. Mental and emotional pain, we go to a psychologist, a psychiatrist, or a counselor. Spiritual pain, we call a spiritual leader, a pastor. Physical pain, we'll go to a medical professional. We know where to go to for help. And you see, for the most part, I've been relatively healthy for all of my life. Outside of a couple of stress-related heart scares, some blood pressure issues from being slightly overweight and in a stressful job, a little bit of arthritis from athletic injuries, and a condition called ankylosing spondylitis, or AS, I've been relatively pain-free from a physical standpoint, relatively healthy for pretty much my whole life. Now, AS, that's another story. That can be crippling at times, but my case was not even close to what others experience. But it did give me a measuring stick on the subject of pain. And it tested my pain threshold in my mid-20s. That pain localized in my lower back and my hips became just a part of life. And my pain scale stayed around a 4. That became the normal way of life for me, so I learned how to live with it. Of course, I prayed the prayer of Jabez, but it seemed this was my lot in life, as the saying goes. Then the Jabez, or the pain, that started this entire journey at the end of my urinary tract. A pain developed at the end of my urinary tract. And when that starts hurting, anyone will pay attention. Like, that gets your attention. There's nothing you can do to avoid noticing pain in that area of your body. And so I started to pay a little more attention. And I started trying to figure out what's the cause. So what did I do first? Like you, like everybody else, a WebMD. Like everybody goes to WebMD, of course. And the answers were many possible culprits, from a urinary tract infection to prostate issues to bladder infection to the big C word, of course, cancer. And you can imagine all of those, including and most especially that last one, made me stop in my tracks. And yes, I prayed this prayer again. And I prayed that Jesus would take away this new pain. This specific prayer would take months and many more prayers before the answer would come. Jesus doesn't always answer right away. He doesn't always heal right away. Sometimes He needs us to do something. Sometimes He needs us to move, to show an act of faith. So many times in the Bible when Jesus healed someone or when God offered healing to someone, there was an action involved where they had to do something. The Bible talks about that faith without works is dead. So a lot of times we have to show an act of faith. So how do you respond to pain? Are you patient in your pain? Are you patient for Jesus to answer the prayer to take away pain? He prepares us for the answer to our prayer. And He will answer when we are ready to receive that answer, when we can handle that answer. But He's always on time when it's time. Be encouraged that your answer is coming. If you're in the middle of praying over a situation where you're in pain, be encouraged that your answer is coming. It's coming. That your pain is temporary. Take comfort in Jesus. Let His peace flood your life as you wait for His answer. And you can even use this prayer from 1 Chronicles 4:10. Oh, that you would bless me indeed and enlarge my territory, that your hand would be with me, and that you would keep me from evil, that I may not cause pain. And maybe, just maybe, you'll experience soon the end of that verse. So God granted him what he requested. So God, I pray that you grant them what they requested. Until next time, let the least be first, and let us be second.